Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so we'll go back to the old sound. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let me know, Tom, if it's 10 out of 10. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila Chapter 10 Verse number 43. Sarvabhauma introduces the devotees to Lord Chaitanya. This is, there we go. 43.
Maharaj, did you say the Madhya Lila?
Yeah, Madhya Lila.
Thank you.
And chapter 10, verse number 43. This is Parjunya Mishra, who is chief of all the Vaishnavas. He is a great servitor of Lord Jagannath, and his name is Das. This is Morari Mahiti, the brother of Shiki Mahiti. He has nothing other than your lotus feet. Here is Chandishwar and Simaswar, Morari, Brahmana, Brahmana, and Vishnu Das. They are all constantly engaged in meditating on your lotus feet. This is Parmananda Paharaj, who is also known as Mahapatra. He is very, very intelligent. All these pure devotees serve as ornaments to Jagannath Puri. They are always undeviatingly meditating upon your lotus feet. After this introduction, everyone fell to the ground like rods. And being very merciful upon them all, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced each one of them. At this time, Bhavananda Roy appeared with his 4 sons, and all of them fell down at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya continued, This is Bhavananda Roy, the father of Ramananda Roy, who is his firstborn son. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Bhavananda Roy and with great respect spoke of his son Ramananda Roy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu honored Bhavananda Roy by saying, The glories of a person who has a jewel-like son, like Sri Ramananda Roy, cannot be described within this mortal world. You are Maharaj Pandu himself, and your wife is Kunti Devi herself. All your highly intellectual sons are representatives of the Pandavas. After hearing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's praise, Bhavananda Roy submitted, I am of the 4th class social order, and I engage in mundane affairs. Although I am very fallen, you have still touched me. This is proof that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Appreciating Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's favor, Bhavananda Roy also said, Along with my home, riches, servants, and 5 sons, I surrender myself at your lotus feet. This son, Vaninath, will remain at your lotus feet to always immediately attend to your orders and serve you. My dear Lord, please consider me your relative. Do not hesitate to order whatever you desire at any time you desire it. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted Bhavananda Roy's offer, saying, I accept without hesitation, because you are not an outsider. Birth after birth you have been my servant, along with your family members. Ramananda Roy, Sri Ramananda Roy is coming within 5 to 7 days. As soon as he arrives, my desires will be fulfilled. I take great pleasure in his company. As soon as he arrives, my desires will be fulfilled. I take great pleasure in his company. Saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Bhavananda Roy. The Lord then touched the heads of his sons with his lotus feet. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then sent Bhavananda Roy back to his home, and he kept only Vaninath Pattanayaka in his personal service. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya then asked all the people to leave. Afterwards, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called for Kala Krishna Das, who had accompanied the Lord during his South India tour. I'm going to skip a little bit here. We read this part here. The Lord's four devotees, 68. The Lord's four devotees considered, we want a person to go to Bengal just to inform Sachimata about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's arrival at Jagannath Puri. After hearing news of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's arrival, devotees like Advaita and Srivas will certainly come to see him. Let us therefore send Kala Krishnadas to Bengal. Saying this, they kept Krishnadas engaged in the service of the Lord and gave him assurance. The next day, all the devotees asked Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please give permission for a person to go to Bengal. Mother Sachi and all the devotees headed by Advaita are all very unhappy due to not receiving news about your return from South Indian tour. One person should go to Bengal and inform them about the auspicious news of your return to Jagannath Puri. In this way, Kala Krishna Das was sent to Bengal, and he was given sufficient quantities of Lord Jagannath's food, remnants to distribute there. We're all like a little bit like Kala Krishna Das. See, the story goes, he went on tour with Lord Caitanya, and these gypsies came and attracted him with a beautiful woman. They said, leave Lord Chaitanya's company, and you can have this beautiful woman. We'll give her to you. And so he just picked up and left. He was in the service of the Lord and just picked up and left. See? And so anyway, the Lord went back and took him out of the gypsy things and dragged him by the hair, back with him. And then when he gets to Jagannath Puri, he right in front of the devotees, he chastised him, says, this guy, he left my company to associate with these gypsies. And so basically that's what we've done. We left the Lord's company, way back when, so many lifetimes ago. And because we were attracted by his Maya. See, it's going to come right in there. See? So ultimately it drags us back by the hair and just says, you see, I rejected this person. I reject this person. He went to his, I can't, I don't, I just can't deal with a person like that would just leave like this. So I just wanted to let all of you know that. So he did this right in front of all the devotees. Yeah. And then he goes away. Not even, and Kala's crying, and I see repentance. He really repented and really felt bad. And so it happens. The devotees, they get together and they have a scheme because they didn't want they don't want anybody to be rejected by Lord Chaitanya. You know? So they kept him engaged in the Lord's service. They said, well, we need somebody to go to Bengal and give news of Lord Chaitanya. See, that's a great service to the Lord and to the devotees, to give this news. You know? And so they say to the Lord, they come before. See how tricky they are? The devotees can be very tricky. They go before Lord Chaitanya and say, and they don't say who it is. They don't say they're going to send Kala Krishnadas because the Lord might think, what? That guy? No. He could have said that because he's omniscient, but he just like, oh, yeah, go ahead, send somebody. Yeah, it has my approval. If he wanted to, he would have said, what? Who are you going to send? But he didn't. It's like, oh, yeah, go ahead and send it. So, and that was really the Lord's desire, was just to scare him a little bit, bring him back to the service. And so, another thing is, see, it shows you that the devotees, in a sense, are more merciful than the Lord. The Lord wants to show you that. Even if God, even in this incarnation, if Lord Chaitanya rejects you, the devotees will try to keep you engaged somehow or other. See? And you can tell how you're rejected. Everybody is rejected by the Lord. We're all living under the curse. We're cut off from Lord Chaitanya. If the devotees don't go out and bring us back, the Lord says, well, it's it's up to you. That's why I see by the mercy of the Lord, He sends the devotees, and they bring us back into the service of the Lord. See, how do you know? Because you can feel that transcendental Lord's association. See, you can relish that. You're back in the association. That's why one cannot pay their debt to a bona fide guru. Somehow or other, they try to keep you engaged in the service of the Lord. Even though the Lord rejected everybody, everybody is rejected because we rejected Him. He reciprocates. That's just His nature, is to reciprocate. So people continue. They don't know. They don't know they're rejecting the Lord. They don't even know who the Lord is. The Vaidhi Bhaktas don't know they're rejecting the Lord, right? They're rejecting the Lord by rejecting. So, you notice at least I, continue on this thankless task to try to continue to get people like in the Vaidhi level, to stop, to be engaged in the Lord's service. Even if it's like to criticize, they got to get this poison out of them. Otherwise, what is the hope for the devotee? What is the hope for the Vaidhis? The Vaidhis sometimes have to also accept the Lord. That's why the real representative is a real representative. They represent the transcendental Lord's energy, the Shuddha Bhakti potency. No one else does. That's why it's very rare to find people. God is a great mystery to most people. That's why that's the definition of God, the great mystery. Only the intimate associates know that transcendental Lord. And if anybody here is going to get to know them, they need to um, um, accept the representatives of that Lord. And that's why they start, like in our line, a spiritual master, a real associate, transcendental associate of the transcendental Lord. There's no other way, really, practically, because they're rejected because they're rejecting. See, the Lord reciprocates. That's why it's a bit difficult, because even if the Lord comes, because of contamination, one automatically rejects the Lord. See, so they have to be purified. You notice people had to go some purification. And if you stick it out, it shows you really do want the transcendental Lord. Only the intimate devotees really know that Lord. Yeah. See, that's why, and so the Lord is Radha's. The aspect of the Lord is twofold. He's conclusive, clear understanding of God, of himself, of the path, of the relationships between him and his devotees. And he's also this ecstatic devotion. That's his counterpart, his consort. He always travels with his consort. You notice, the goddess of fortune is there. Rukmini, Radha. See, this is his like his other half. Like they say in the world, your wife is your other half. Right? Well, it's even more so with God. Usually, we're not always like our other halves all the time. So it's interesting these pastimes, what they represent, some really deep things. Yeah. See, the Lord acts according to his nature and teaches so many beautiful things. They're very deep. Only the devotees know these things. Yeah. See, in this way, Kala Krishnadas was sent to Bengal, and he was given sufficient quantities of Lord Jagannath's food remnants to distribute there. Thus, Kala Krishnadas went to Bengal, and he first went to Navadvip to see Mother Sachi. Upon reaching Mother Sachi, Kala Krishnadas first offered his obeisances and delivered the food remnants, uh, Mahaprasadam. He then informed her of the good news that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had returned from his South Indian tour. Oops. This good news gave much pleasure to Mother Sachi, as well as to all the devotees of Navadvip, headed by Srivas Thakur. Hearing the Lord's return to Puri, everyone became very glad. Krishnadas next went to the house of Advaita Acharya. After paying him respectful obeisances, Krishnadas offered Mahaprasadam to Advaita Acharya. He then informed him of the news of Chaitanya, of Lord Chaitanya in complete detail. When Advaita Acharya Goswami heard Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's return, he became very pleased. In his great ecstasy of love, he made a rumbling sound and chanted and danced and chanted for a long time. Okay, you can turn your mics on and let's chant Hare Krishna together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Hare Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Devotional Mama Nectar. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mama Nectar,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Maharaj,
Krishna
can you hear an
Krishna,
echo, Maharaj?
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Huh. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, yeah, 4 out of 10. Well, we're chanting together, so you got to take that into account.
Maharaj, there's an echo. Karuna said it's because
Oh yeah.
me and Govinda have got our
Oh,
mics
it's
on.
Govinda's thing. Try muting your thing, Govinda. I think it's just the way. Yeah. Let's see if this works better. Let me know. Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Sri
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Chaitanya. Did the echo go? It went
Yeah,
over here.
yeah, it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Govinda. You just got to get set up, Govinda, with that thing. Sri
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Chaitanya.
Rama Rama,
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama
Hare.
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama.
Hare.
So is it
Hare
better, Tom? Is it better now? Let me know. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama. Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna.
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama.
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna.
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna. So River, read us some Chaitanya Bhagavat wherever you want.
Can I'm started from the beginning, Maharaj.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. The Adi Kanda chapter 1, and it's page 2. Thank you. Okay. Oh glories, oh glories to the moon like Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He is the fully independent supreme person, always engaged in transcendental pastimes. He is the Lord of the the universe, the supreme controller of all controllers, and the personification of transcendence. Oh glories, oh glories to the devotees of Sri Gaurachandra. Oh, oh glories, oh glories to the ecstatic dancing of the Lord's intimate associates. In the beginning, in the beginning, I offer my humble obeisances to the feet of the loving confidential devotees of Lord Sri Krishna. I then offer my obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He has incarnated in Navadvip. in Navadvip, and he is known as Vishwambha, that same supreme personality of Godhead, as declared in the Vedas and the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 19, verse 21. Worship my devotees is superior to worship of me. Lord Krishna said to Uddhava, "Oh Uddhava, serving my devotees is many, many times better than worshiping me. I therefore I offer my worshipful prayers unto the devotees of the Lord before I begin to write this book." By this act, may my present endeavors be successful. I offer my respectful obeisances to my worshipful Lord and spiritual master, Sri Nityananda Rai, by whose mercy the transcendental pastimes of Lord Sri Caitanya become spontaneously manifest with 1,000 tongues. We should incessantly glorify the Supreme Lord Balaram because he has 1,000 mouths as an antasesh, constantly glorifying Lord Krishna. His 1,000 mouths as an antasesh constantly glorified Lord Krishna. Just as priceless gems are kept in secure custody, so also the safety in the mouth of Ananta Deva. Therefore, sorry, I missed something. Just as a priceless gems are kept in a secure custody, so also the invaluable jewels of knowledge about Krishna's pastimes is kept safely in the mouth of Ananta Deva. Therefore, the tongue, which initially glorifies Balaram, will automatically be qualified to vibrate the transcendental pastime of Sri Chaitanya. The Supreme Lord, Kaladari, holds his 1,000 hoods like snakes. He is a gigantic figure and the source of all inspiration. As Nityananda, he is fully transcendental and externally existent, eternally existent, intoxicated by the nectar of Sri Chaitanya. Whoever sings or hears about Nityananda's super mundane character is offered the supreme shelter of Lord Caitanya. Matsya and his consort Parvati Devi, take great pleasure in eulogizing the object of their love. Sankashan, Nityananda Prabhu, Matsya and his consort Parvati Devi take great pleasure in eulogizing the object of their love. Sankashan, Nityananda Prabhu, in the midst of 1,000,000 fresh young maidens, the pure devotee Shrivas and his consort pour out nectarian devotional hymns to Lord Sankashan. All this is revealed in the 5th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Balaram is worshipped by the entire Vaishnava world with songs of praise. Balaram danced with his gopis in Vrindavan and with their rasa dance. And their rasa dance in the pinnacle of sublimity. The Puranas describe that Balaram performs his rasa dance during the 2 months of spring, Madhu and Madhava, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto, Canto 10 and 18. Verses narrating these subject are spoken by Sukadev Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. Balaram spent the moonlight nights of the months of Madhu and Madhava with the cowherd damsels in the mundane abode of Vrindavan. The place was set aglow with the rays of the moon. The lotus and kundamba flowers blossomed freely under the influence of the moon's rays, and a soft breeze circled their scent. In the groves on the banks of the Yamuna, Balaram danced with the gopis, increasing their conjugal mood. Thank you. The Supreme Lord Balaram, like an exquisite gem, decorated by the cluster of the gopis performed his pleasurable pastimes. He behaved like Indra's elephant, Airavata, the controller of many she elephants. The Gandharvas observed the rasa dance and offered their prayers. The sound of the kettle drums rose from the heaven. rose from
You know what I find really interesting is
the
actually whether you're a man or woman, we're all a little bit like Balaram. And also even Lord like Krishna came as Lord Chaitanya, right? To show us that we're actually like them. It's just a little small portion, you know. But still we're like them. And Balaram was not happy unless he had these consorts. You know, he had to have a consort. You know, and Lord Krishna comes here, and he wasn't happy either without a consort. He really like a consort, and so he wanted to teach us that we're not going to be happy unless we have this divine feminine thing, whether you're a man or woman. You know, the feminism thing. That's just some external that's some external deal, you know, like it's like an imitation of what, you know, this thing. So actually we're all in more of a female type role where we're I mean a male role in a sense, and we're looking for that divine feminine. We're looking for that to complete us, just like River. She's reading this, right? Her happiness is what? This ecstatic bliss and happiness and comes to her by her. This is what the Lord wants us to realize, that we're not complete. That's why people are looking for happiness. They're looking for basically for Radha in these forms. See, they're looking for the great feeling, the great communion, the great completion. See, but they're looking for it out there, you know, externally. But you see, this invokes it within us. The kingdom of God is within the hand. Yeah? And this is basically it. This is what Krishna wanted. Krishna came. See, it says the scriptures say Krishna came. What made him happy? This love, right? Worshipping the Lord with this loving ecstasy. See, Krishna came. He was wondering, look at Radharani. Look how happy she is because of that love. See, so he came to come in that mood. He had to get that mood. He had to, you know, acquire it. And this is what the devotees example. When you teach Raganuga Bhakti in this world, this is the only way to do it. You have to show that you're a complete person, even though people don't know. What is this? Why are you crazy? You know, experiencing all these things? Are you crazy? This looks pretty crazy. Well, crazy happy. You ever see people in love and like they're a little bit crazy, you know, they're crazy for that person, you know. They're bonded with that person. It makes them very happy. Well, what do you think it is? That's a reflection. This is what we're after here. This is the target. This is what many of us have here. See, if you don't want that depth, that's why people they pay it no mind. I don't know if I want this ecstasy. Oh, you don't want the supreme happiness. Oh, okay, we'll go advertise elsewhere. Do you like this happiness there? Do you find that do you like this bliss there? You see, this is yeah. That's why we're here, man. We're here for that completion, which is spirit. It's spiritual worship in spirit and truth, right? Simple. Yeah. So we're like little Krishnas or little Balarams here, and they show us the greatest. That's why you see Lord Krishna had to come as Lord Chaitanya in that mood of looking for that happiness that we're actually looking for, but in the wrong way, looking for love in all the wrong places. Yeah, we're looking for it in the. This is the right way. See the association of devotees you get it quicker. That's why she read the verse. Worship. Krishna says, "Worship of my devotees is better than worshiping me." She read it, right? What does that mean? It means this, because without the association of devotees, the instruction of devotees, you won't get this, because the Lord. That's why the devotees come. And that's why it's better to worship the devotee because they'll give you the right conception. It's better because you'll understand the real God better than somebody who doesn't really know them intimately. So, yeah, so it's very amazing, the whole thing. So, Amy wrote, I read something yesterday that says we live in a world that is engineered to traumatize us from the moment we are born. Yet people think it is by a fault of their own that they have failed at successfully navigating this life. Exactly. That's why you have to be saved. See, we've fallen into these modes of nature, and this is Kali Yuga. See? Who's in charge in Kali Yuga? I mean, see, Maya's always in charge. It's two wings of the same bird. But it's a little bit better if the mode of goodness is in charge, right? These people will, they like to be honest, and they have morals and principles, right? Well, welcome to Kali Yuga because it's the opposite. These people have no morals. I passed this thing about the rabbi. There's a certain, not all Jews are like this, but a certain amount of them. They actually are devil worshippers, and people don't know it. And I shared that with this guy. Just did an expose. He said, "Okay, well, I'm just going to tell everybody now because it's too late. We already won. They think they've won. Like Hiranyakashipu, he thought he won. All demons, they think they won. But they're just and they cause suffering. That's what they do. They cause people to suffer. They like it." And that's been how many injections people get, the kids as children. You know how that big course of injections. What do you think that's doing to kids? You think that's actually you think God didn't just bring us here to give us an immune system? Why do you think people are always sick? Why do you think there's cancers and all this? The body's meant to regenerate. It's because of Kali Yuga and the demons being in charge and injecting us and experimenting and giving us things that will cause us to go to the doctors and big pharma. So we're cattle. The people in general are cattle, and we're just here to provide money for these people so that they can do what they do. So that's what you see, Amy. It's just coming to light. Jesus saw this. That's why they spoke like this. St. Paul saw this. Everybody in advanced spiritual consciousness sees this kind of level going on. The New Age, some New Age people, they see it to an extent. Okay? But it's just Kali Yuga. It's part of the time. But there's a way out. This is the way out, man. There's no really, nothing else is strong enough. Vaidhi Bhakti has to come here. If the Vaidhi Bhaktis don't come, it's not strong enough to overcome this. You need strong Bhakti, man. You need to become a superhero. Literally, I'm telling you, man. And you will become a superhero. You come here, you'll become a Marvel. You'll be better than Marvel superheroes because they can't do what you can do. You can overcome the world. They can't overcome. They've still got false ego. That stuff. It's all about false ego, about making the false ego bigger. See, this is the problem. If you became a superhero that way, by getting all these mystic powers and all these things to do that, what do you get? You become corrupted. The Uddhava taught the path of mystics like that to become like a Marvel person. Krishna taught it. And then, at the end of his discourse, he said, don't follow this path. If you do, you'll become corrupted. It's a big obstacle. See? This is the way to become a superhero, following the line, as it is taught. This just like you hear the real line from the person that Krishna is using, and it's no different than being in Bhagavad Gita. It's no different than you being like Arjuna, and you're right there, and Krishna says to you, because you are non-envious of me, you're non-envious of a real guru, which is actually Krishna coming as in the form of a guru. See? And because you're not envious, and because you are my friend and my disciple, I'll teach you this mysterious science of the soul's relationship. Everybody's soul, even a demon soul, demon demigod, they're all the same in that sense. Ultimately, this science of the soul's relationship with the Supreme, see, that supreme wisdom is taught today. That's what we teach here. See? And the fast track. See, these people, these gurus, these Kali Yuga gurus, cannot teach you. They cannot teach you the supreme science unless they are in the supreme science. They are a manifestation of the supreme science. They are in their relationship of the subject they're teaching. They have to have this kind of love. That's why it works here, you see, because you're with authority. The Lord's authority is here. See, the Lord's truth is here. The Lord's ultimate destination is here. Life's ultimate goal, love of Krishna. Chapter 23, Majja Lila, life's ultimate goal, love of Krishna is here. Therefore, you learn, truly, and get this love of God. That's what it's about here. If you don't have this love of God, you're in ignorance. You're more or less in ignorance. I don't care how good you are, how good a person you are, how many good deeds you've done. If you don't have love of Krishna, you're not saved, man. Love of God. Let's put it that way, in a more universal truth, man. Love of Christ, you're not saved, man. Love of Krishna, you're not saved. Yeah? Pure spiritual love, you're not saved for that supreme spiritual object. Objective, the supreme objective, supreme mission is this love. This love is here. It's gorgeous, man. It's a perfect 10. Busty, very busty. And it busts my head. See, it's that simple. So that's, yeah, you're right. That resonates because it's true. This is Kali Yuga. The evil is more in charge. Look at the movies, for God's sake, man. Go look at what they show you on Netflix as a thing. All dark stuff now. You see, everything's pretty dark. Lots of horror movies. Oh, they love that, huh? Yeah, because they want horror movies, dystopian future stuff. Hey, man. Yeah. Yeah. And I watch them, I get ideas, for preaching, but no effect because love of God is the most powerful purification in this world. It's the most powerful protection we can have. And it's all available here in Lord Chaitanya's amazing grace place. So come forward if you want to be saved. This is being saved, man. Be happy at this time. Otherwise you'll be like these people calling up on the hotline. I don't know, man. This is really what's going on. I'm confused. What's going on in this world? This turned on us. It was okay. We could tolerate all these shots we had to get as children, to bring us to the doctor to give us poisons and all that we could tolerate. But boy, it's really bad now. Oh, isn't it basically it? I mean, and there are going to be more hotlines for suicide, and they'll say, "Oh, that's pretty bad," and they're gonna. This is what they're gonna. I'll tell you what they're gonna do. Now before they want to save you, they're already doing it. Oh, you call them up, say, "Oh, it's really bad. This life." Oh, would you want to come out? Oh, yes, we have this medically assisted suicide now. In Canada, you can do that now. You call them, this is really bad. I'm really depressed. Oh, do you want to get out? Oh, we have medical assisted suicide. Too many people on the planet. Ask Sadhguru. You see that? Ask him. Anybody else that's with these people? The demons, man. I don't care how much knowledge Sadhguru has. Doesn't matter. All this material, it's only material knowledge. He'll end up like Solomon. King Solomon was completely frustrated. Well, I thought this knowledge, Lord, everybody made me. The Queen of Sheba went to King Solomon, and he thought he was so important, and everybody was come to listen to all his wisdom, just like Sadhguru. Go to Sadhguru, listen to all his wisdom, yeah. And this is how it is, man. And he's part of the depopulation. He's right there at the World Economic Forum, man. That's my Lord's Maya, man. It's complete facade, very tricky, very delusionary, and you ain't getting out of it unless you get the mercy. You need the power. You need to become a true superhero by coming on the right path and getting the right training. See, the real instruction is here. You got to hear this science as it is. If you think, oh, I don't need to do that, yeah, well, God, the false ego's got you, man. You're one of these arrogant demigods or demons. They're all arrogance, man. You think you can do this on your own? Good luck, man. I see so many people. They're either demigod types or demons. It's all the same to me because they're arrogant. Yeah, we don't need God. We don't need a real guru. I'm Guru Dave. I'm a guru of my life. Oh, really? See, you're deluded, man. See, you're not following this path. You got many lifetimes before you go. You're going to get there, right? Just like Narayan Raj, many lifetimes before you get there. Yeah, he's right. You follow his path many lifetimes, man. He ain't not authorized to give what we're given. We're authorized. We do that. He couldn't even show it, or he didn't show it. He said, "Oh well." The excuse was, "Well, it's so high and so confidential. I'm not going to show it. Therefore, nobody gets it. Nobody even knows what it is." Look at the Narayan Raj people. They don't even. They don't. Here it is, right in front of their face. What he's all radi, all the teachings, all that intimate teachings, everything. They're not even here. It's right here, man. Hey, man, it's not a empty words, purebhakti.com without any pure bhakti coming. It's all here. It's coming every day. Look at the truths that come here, man. Look at the understanding we got. Even they believe in the governments and all that bullshit going on there. Most of them, they're not clear either. See, those guys, they're all getting their shots, man. Finish it. See, they're going to finish it. So, yeah. So good. Good you're waking up there, Amy.
Maharaj, in on dialysis, if you want to stop dialyzing,
Uh-huh.
obviously they'll look at your head to see if if you want to stop, and they'll medically do it for you, with you. They'll
Oh,
medically do it.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
just let you go.
just let you go. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Do
Yeah,
that.
you see now. See, this is what the Lord wants to do through you. Show the world you have something to live for. You know, people need some. I mean, this is something to live for, man. You're living for your salvation and beyond. You know, you can, in whatever body you have, look, in the body hooked up to a machine for 30 years, you've attained this love of God. See, the supreme goal. This could be anybody that shows you. You know, the Lord's very merciful. You just come to his devotees. That's the main thing. Yeah, yeah. And that's what you'll learn is you got to learn to desire this. If you don't desire this, then you're just destined to be completed by Maya, which is always a miserable situation. Even as a demigod, they're completed by material opulences and it corrupts them. They become envious and jealous of others who have more. See, that's how it is. The devotees are not corrupted. You're incorruptible. Love of God purifies you of corruption. You know, that's why the devotees, you can't imitate devotees. You know, they may do things that are a little bit on the edge or something, but they're not corrupted because of love of God. The Lord purifies them. His transcendental, their love for that Lord purifies them. It's their love for that Lord. See, that's the only real possession they own. See, their love. Okay? Everything else, you could say, this is my money. Not really. It's a lie. It's an illusion. You just think it's so. When you die, you don't take that with you, but you take your love. My love for God goes with me forever. Proven that is this life. I came in this life. I didn't have any association. I had two parents who were basically crazy. Yeah, nothing before me but the world, and I just was, corrupted by the world, superficially at least. I get the Bible, and boom, gone. I get Prabhupada's books, boom, gone. See, that love was just waiting for connection with devotees, and boom, it's there. And that's how you're all going to be too. You take this with you. You found the pearl of great price. This goes with you forever. See, all because you found a real spiritual master empowered by the real transcendental Lord, who is true to his word, true to these scriptures. Worship of the real guru is better than worshiping me. Because look what you got. You wouldn't have had this just worshiping God directly. It's speeded up, right? Look how fast. You are all in like ISKCON or chanting God's names and all that stuff, but look how fast it's went. You would not, you wouldn't have had this because you've got it. You see why it's all logical, it's all reasonable, it's all intelligent. Why God said that? Why it's the devotee is more worshipable than the Lord. I mean, in one sense, it's equal because equally. Okay? But for deliverance, that's why they're called saviors. What do you think they call them saviors for? If you didn't need a real devotee savior in this world, they would no, just worship God directly. And people still not saved worshiping God. Look at the Pharisees. Look at how they turned out. Some of them are the ones who killed Christ, and they will kill him again if they get a chance. Because it's against their Lord. They got two scriptures actually. This is the guy was spilling the beans. It was very interesting to see. He said, "Yeah, we got our scriptures, you got yours. You have your God, and we have our God. Our God is the guy admitted. He said, our God is Lucifer. Yeah, 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 we killed your Christ. That's what we do, man." So anyway, this is the Lord's Maya. This is a prison. And we're see, and you think it's bad. See, this is a fantastic Kali Yuga because we have Lord Chaitanya's grace. Everybody should be. They don't know this. They think. See, this is it. They're lamenting unnecessarily, but they don't know it. Oh, this is so bad now. Oh, hey, man, but Lord Chaitanya came, and the devotees are here. You just have to find them, and they're very rare. You'll probably find the false ones first because they're all over the place. But if that gets you here, oh, very nice. The false followers, you might connect there, and then like you found the false follower right there. A lot of the devotees found the false follower, but you're here now. See, thank you for your service, false followers. Just deliver them over here. Yeah, just bring them over and we'll liberate them. That's our work. Yeah. Our fathers as their fathers. Yeah. I don't know what you mean, but you have to explain that more.
They're saying they have
Yeah,
two fathers, Maharaj. They're saying they have two fathers,
yeah,
your father and our father. Well, our father is their father's father.
yeah. They don't know.
They don't know. They
See,
don't know.
like if I like the personification, say Lord Shiva is the personification of the devil for the world because he's a destroyer. That's his job. But he's an intimate servant of the Lord, even as a gopi body, because he's a highly advanced devotee of the Lord. See, so as a person advances, you can even talk to the devil. It's amazing. Sometimes when I see it now, but I really when it started happening, I could see the people talking to me, the devil. They're talking indirectly. See, so the Lord is in control directly and indirectly, and you can see how the Lord sees how the his Maya is communicating with you. Okay, but you can't do it unless you have this kind of consciousness. Okay? So it even says the devil talk. In the Bible, the devil was talking with God. You know, and God talks. Because the Lord knows the language of things. So He knows that there's a language, a way of things are shown. That's why devotees actually, when they get criticized and all that, it's always indirect glorification of their position, so they never get offended personally. They may chance if I see a devotee being criticized, I'll stand up for them. But for myself, it's just not necessary. Plus, it doesn't work. So, I mean, this is why I say this is the greatest path in the world. This is the greatest mercy. This is the greatest revelation and realization of God, to know God so intimately. I mean, you don't have to be anything special. All you have to do is get the mercy and be in the right place. This is the right place, man. This is open to everybody or anybody. That's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. If anybody just comes here, like there's a saying about Lord Ram. If somebody just prays to me for courage, I will give them courage. But a lot of people are praying, they don't have the courage directly. You come here, you'll get that courage. You'll become bold. You'll become purified. You'll become liberated. You'll become very dear to the Lord. The real God will reveal himself to you, and he will be very dear to you. And this is forever. This is no. That's why people coming here, though, the best thing you can get is a desire for this ecstatic worship, because it reveals everything about the true God. If you don't desire to be ecstatic like the devotees here, you're in illusion still. New people come here, and I see that they don't have a desire to be, well, I don't know if I want that. Even Sachi, for some years, she wasn't sure if she wanted this bhakti because it took her a while to trust something. Now she wants it. Yeah. Okay. See? So, because you don't see it everywhere, I also, like, can I trust this, and all this, because nobody's showing you these things. Yeah. Well, you can see a lot of us are trusting it now because it really makes our life wonderful. I never. Yeah. Okay, let's chant a little bit. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. You can put your microphone on there, except Govinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama. Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna
Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama 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 Hari Krishna 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hari Hari Rama Hari
Rama
Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Krishna Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Rama
Hari Rama
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hari Ram Hari Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Hare Krishna
Shri
Hare
Krishna Shri
Krishna
Krishna Shri
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare Hare Das Hari Das Hari Das
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Das Hari Das Hari
Krishna
Das Hari 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 Das Rupa Raghunath Rupa
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rupa Raghunath Rupa Raghunath Rupa Raghunath Rupa Raghunath Rupa
Hare Das
Raghunath
Hare Das
Das
Hare Das Hare Das
Raghunath Das Raghunath Das
Lagona
Das Rupa Raghunath Das Rupa Das Raghunath Das Raghunath Das Rupa Rupa Raghunath Das Raghunath Das Gauranga 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 Gauranga
Gauranga Nityananda.
Chandra,
Gauranga Nityananda.
Gauranga,
Nityananda.
Gauranga, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra,
Namanutai. Namanutai Nada. Namanutai Nada. Namanutai.
Gauranga, Gauranga,
Gauranga. Gauranga.
Raghunatha, Swaminatha,
Gauranga Nityananda.
Raghunatha,
Gauranga Nityananda.
Swaminatha,
Gauranga.
Raghunatha, Swaminatha,
Gauranga.
Raghunatha, Rupa Goswami, 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 Rupa
Eva Goswami. Sanatana Goswami. Eva Goswami.
Rupa Goswami, Goswami.
Raghunath Goswami.
Okay, so I'll read a little bit now. Jai Srila Prabhupada. This is Rupa Goswami, his play Vidagdha Madhava. Act 1, Pastimes of the Flute Music. This is called Clever Krishna. So the narrator says, just a second, too bright. Okay. Have to get it up again. There it is. May the pastimes of Sri Krishna reduce the miseries existing in the material world and nullify all unwanted desires. The pastimes of
A
the
little bit of
Supreme Personality of Godhead are like
Maharaj.
Karni, a blend of yogurt and sugar candy. They overpower the pride of even the nectar produced on the moon, for they distribute the sweet fragrance of the concentrated loving affairs of Srimati Radharani and the gopis. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendentally situated within the innermost core of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has descended in this age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no other incarnation has ever offered before. The most elevated medal of devotional service, the medal of conjugal love. Narrator, why speak so many words? Gentlemen, gentlemen, please hear me. Last night, Lord Shiva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who had come in the role of a devotee, spoke to me in a dream and said, O Rupa Goswami, O expert writer of plays, this delightful place is near Keshi Tirtha, on the slope of Govardhan Hill. This grove on the bank of the Yamuna River is very, very pleasant and full of many fragrant, beautiful flowers. At this moment, eager to see the forest of Vrindavan, the advanced devotees, expert at relishing the mellows of devotional service, have come here. Devotees whose hearts are full of love for Nanda Son, who is the crown jewel of all use, and who is decorated with many new lotus flowers. Playful like a maddened cuckoo, the first teacher of the perfect flute players, in an ocean where the sharks of the gopis' hearts play. The devotees here are all very fortunate. Here the gopis search for Krishna, and here, in this circle of the Yamuna shore, they enjoyed the great rasa dance. Hearing these pastimes of Gokul's master, weeping and rolling on the ground, the devotees somehow pass their days. Burning in separation from Lord Mukunda, those devotees are now about to give up their lives. Oh, Rupa Goswami, please protect them by giving them a little of the nectar of the river of Lord Krishna's best. My mercy will give you the power to do this. In this way, Lord Shiva, the spiritual master of the universe, spoke, and I will now obey his order. Assistant narrator enters. Oh, Master, having heard the prologue of your new play, named the Dandamadava, sound is not clear for the devotees. Okay, let me try to fix that. Okay.
Seems to be okay now. You're talking, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Oh, Hare. Okay. Is it any better now? Seems to be working okay here. It's good now? So okay, let me know over there, people that are listening. Yeah. Good now. Okay. All right. I don't know what happened. Yeah. I'll look again because maybe it's when I go over to this thing here. Oh, there it is. Oops. Shoot. Okay, I got to do this again, I think. Here. Uh-oh. It's not working now. Okay. Oh, here it goes. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, how is the sound now? Is it okay? Okay. Narrator, dear student, are the costumes ready? Thinks for a moment, so be it. Although the poetry in my play is not very beautiful, the wise will take delight in it, for it bears the scent of Lord Krishna. What wise man will not bow his head and respectfully drink well water that has washed the shalogram Shila? Assistant narrator, O Master, please give us beautiful and elegant speeches, For this audience is so learned, it will criticize the demigods. What to speak of us actors? Narrator, dear student, why talk in this frivolous way? After all, ignoring their own welfare, the people in this audience are concerned only for the well-being of others. Although wealthy, well educated, and born in exalted families, they are very humble. When they themselves are glorified, they become embarrassed, as if they themselves had sinned. All glories to the delightful virtues of this saintly audience. Looking at all the corners of the audience with a loud and cheerful voice, O dear devotees of Sri Krishna, the lion of the gopas, begin to walk on the path of uh, this shamelessness. A certain actor now wishes to say something to you. The spiritual masters wise in the true religion of worshiping the Lord, please forgive this rash and arrogant person. He bows down and looks in a certain direction. O learned devotees, okay. Oh, I see what happens. Okay. O learned devotees, I am by nature ignorant and low. Yet even though it is from me that the Dugdha is come, it is filled with descriptions of the transcendental attributes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, will not such a literature bring about the attainment of the highest goal of life? Although its wood may be ignited by a low class man, fire can nevertheless purify gold. Although I am very, very low by nature, this book may help cleanse the dirt from within the hearts of the golden devotees. Now, remembering the worshipable Supreme Personality of Godhead, I will show the sweetness of this drama. He folds his hands. May the Supreme Lord, whose form is eternal, who is supremely sweet and charming, who stays in the glorious forests and pavilions of Vrindavan forest, who is a limitless ocean of mercy, and whose heart delights in his Raj pastimes, always be pleased with me. So, River, you read a little bit. Can you? Oh, you do you have the Dugdha? Probably not. You know what? I'll
No,
send it.
I don't have that one,
I'll
Maharaj.
send you the link in the chat,
Okay.
in the private chat.
Okay.
There it is. See.
Okay. And where are you, Maharaj?
Let me find out. Uh, oh, I have. Here we go. Yes. Yes. 4A.
Okay.
And don't read any purports if they are.
Okay. Thank you, Maharaj. Burning in separation from Lord Mukunda, these devotees are now about to give up their lives. O Rupa Goswami, please protect them by giving them a little of the nectar river of Lord Mukunda's pastimes. My mercy will give you the power to do to do this. In this way, Lord Shiva, the spiritual master of the universe, spoke. I will now obey his order. Assistant narrator enters. O master, having heard the prologue, prologue of your new play named Vidaga,
Vidanta
Vidagada,
Madhava. Vidanta
Vidag.
Madhava.
Okay, thank you, Maharaj. The actors now ask permission to enter the stage. Narrator, dear student, are the costumes ready? Thinks for a moment. You know, we've heard this, Maharaj. Thinks for a
Oh,
moment.
oh, we did. Okay. Let me.
But I'll read it. I'll carry on if you want me
No, no, no,
to
no,
do.
no, 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 no. Go on to. Oh, I see. Yeah, we did read that. Okay. Well, here, let me go ahead. Okay, 8B.
8.
Yeah, B, 8B.
Okay.
It starts with the devotees.
Yeah, got it. The devotees now present, are constantly thinking of the Supreme Lord and are therefore highly advanced. This work named Vijgaha Madhava depicts the characteristic pastimes of Lord Krishna with decorations of poetic ornaments. And the inner grounds of the forest of Vrindavan provides a suitable platform for the dancing of Krishna with the gopis. Therefore, I think that the pious activities of persons like you who have tried to advance in devotional service have now attained maturity. Please hurry, distribute the nectar of Krishna's pastimes. Narrator, dear student, I proceeded very slowly because I fear the harsh words of the persons who do not like the nectar of Lord's pastimes. Assistant narrator, master, please give up this caution because persons who know how to taste nectar will be delighted by by your play, and persons who know nothing of nectar will ignore it. Of their own accord, camels avoid the mango tree that delight the poetic picker birds. So the heart of the audience will be fulfilled. Sorry. The heart of the audience will be filled with wonder. Let the play begin. Narrator, student, look, look. Springtime has arrived, and the full moon of that season inspired the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is complete in everything, with new attraction, to meet the beautiful Shrimati Radharani at night, to increase the beauty of their of their pastimes. Okay, is it Purnamast? Purnamasi.
Purnamasi.
Yeah. Off stage. O king of actors, how did your ears become decorated with the flower that is the secret of this dham? The secret that I will arrange the meeting of Radha and Krishna. Narrator, surprised, he looks off stage. Ah, was that saintly Puramasi? Was that saintly Puramasi? Look, look, wearing a red cloth over his breast. Her, her hair white, splendid like goddess Savatri, and accompanied by a friend, Puramasi, who is Narda's disciple and Sanpani, Muni's mother, now leaves Narda's place and slowly walks on the street. Let us see. Let us see if the actors are in their costumes. They exit. Thus ends this prologue. See more.
Prologue. It's called prologue.
Prologue. Prologue.
Prologue. Log.
Thank you. Paramasi enters with her companions. Paramasi, O king of actors, how did your ear become decorated with the flower that is the secret of this dawn? The secret that I will arrange the meeting of Radha and Krishna. Child Nandi Mukhi, by singing this verse, the narrator pleased me. Nandi, noble lady, did he speak the did he speak the truth? Paramasi, O girl with with beautiful thighs, the tree of my good fortune is withered at the root. How will I produce a fruit like that? A fruit that will make me qualified to arrange a new meeting of the beautiful and auspicious divine divine couple. Nandi, noble lady, if you are destined to arrange Vishbanu Nadi Radha's meeting with Lord Krishna, then why did Radha leave the land of Gokula, which is so favorable for that meeting, and secretly reside in the sacred village of Sanatu Visha? Is that right, Maharaj?
Um,
Sanatu Visha.
Let me
It's
find
12.
12, number
It's
12?
it's 13a.
13a. Okay, let's see.
It's the last word.
13a. Uh, Vasa. Vasa.
Vasa.
Yeah, I'll continue now.
Okay.
Purnamasi says, because she fears the cruel King Kamsa, my child, Nandi, noble lady, how did the king learn about Radha? Purnamasi, he learned about Radha's great beauty in this way. Even if one carefully hides it, musk's sweet scent at once reveals where it is. In the same way, even though they were carefully hidden, Radha's beauty and virtues became known everywhere. Nandi, noble lady, Yashoda's nurse, Makura, brought her granddaughter Radha to Gokul. Let's see. Nandi says, noble lady, Yashoda's nurse, Mukura, brought her granddaughter Radha to Gokul. Radha then accepted the hand of Abhimanyu, the son of Jatila, in marriage. A more unsuitable match could not have been made. Radha cannot tolerate the touch of the hand of any man other than Krishna. Oh, mother, how can you remain aloof when this is happening? Purnamasi says, why should I care? Nandi, how can you talk like that? Purnamasi, laughing. This false marriage of Radha and Abhimanyu is simply a trick that Yogamaya has played to cheat Kamsa. Radha and all the other gopis are Krishna's lovers eternally. Nanda joyfully. And now that Radha has returned to Gokul, you are free of all worries. Okay? And now that Radha has returned to Gokul, you are free of all worries. Boy, these are the deepest truths in there, you know? See? Isn't that? See, Radha is devotion. She's returned to us and we're free of all worries. See, it's turned the devotees into the land of Raj. Okay? That's why the devotees and the place are the same. Dham, Dham means devotee. Dham means place. It's the place where Radha is and Krishna. See, that's why conclusive truth is so important, part of the formula spoken by the real devotees. See, and this devotion awakens, stirs in devotees because, it's like Lord Caitanya only wanted to hear conclusive truths. See, there's a great secret in that. See, that's that devotion. See, Lord Caitanya came in the mood. The Radha she only likes conclusive truth. She likes to hear about the real Krishna, not a false one. See, conclusive understanding of the Vedas. That's why I love the Vedas. The Vedas are so perfect in many, especially these. This is summum bonum. This is summum bonum, summum bonum. There's nobody who could write like Rupa Goswami. He's, yeah. Well, so, unless you're a devotee, then you can write. But his poetry is astounding. The truths in these things. Yeah. This false marriage of Radha and Abhimanyu is simply a trick that Yoga Maya has played to cheat Kamsa. Radha and all other gopis are Krishna's lovers eternally. See, this is like a lot of people, they take the marriage of the world like that's it. See, it's a false marriage. Everybody is falsely married to somebody in Maya, when actually everybody that's married should be definitely be married to God, to Krishna, to the Lord. See, it says they should be like devoted to the Lord. Devotion has to awaken. You're devoted to your spouse, your real partner, your real person that you're meant to be. See, so this is all why it's all false. But people are living totally or wholly in the false thing. Yeah, and it's so limited. All you do is you have a husband and wife. Not that, see, it's not an all or nothing thing. The gopis had these false marriages, and okay, we got our bodies, and they propagated and all that stuff. But if you don't have this love of God, then you get totally into that. All of a sudden, it's all in all for you, and you get totally absorbed in that, in the householder life. It's just everything. Your children, your wife, your family is everything. It's very nuclear. See, your offsprings. See, they get you to spring. You spring. You're off springing, man, off running towards the offspring. You got all that. See, it's just such a. See, but the devotees, even though they're married, they're not shackled by that. See, they're shackled by their love of God. It's the most important thing. Yeah. See, false attachment, it's attachment to things in the world. So that becomes loosened by becoming a devotee, becoming attracted to Krishna through the devotees. That's why you see Rupa Goswami said, this play is really wonderful, even though it's written by, you notice how all the devotees consider themselves low class, fallen. Even if they were sannyasis, they feel, oh, if they're a real devotee. They don't get any taste from that being something big. See, but they produce really beautiful glorification of the Lord. They love that. They love sharing that with the world because it liberates the world. It liberates Radha, the devotional potency in people, because she's the one we're speaking to. You thought it was Krishna. No, no. Krishna speaks to Radha. Okay? Krishna is conclusive truth. See, the best we can do is be a conduit for conclusive truth. See, worship in spirit and truth. It activates the spirit. The spirit gets enlivened. See, becomes from a dormant state. See, Radha, devotion doesn't awaken in people because they're people. They're the false Krishna. You can't stir Radha in the hearts of people or devotion. See, because only the truth will set you free. See, Jesus didn't say devotion will set you free, which is also true. See, the truth will set you free. The truth will set Radha free in you, and then your life will be wonderful. Where do you hear? Where do I hear such things? I'm amazed myself. It's like God coming out of your nostril or God coming out of your mouth. It's unbelievable. I feel like Ramananda Roy, sitting with Lord Caitanya and looking over at Lord Caitanya says, "Ah, this is a wonder. You're sitting over there and you're also speaking through me. These deep truths. See, these are purports. These are these are really deep stuff. Yeah. See how deep these things are and how they explain the essence of everything on all levels, man. You can understand the whole thing. Man. It's amazing. Yoga Maya has played. Oh, okay. Abhimanyu is simply a trick. Oh wait, false marriage of Radha and Abhimanyu is simply a trick that Yoga Maya has played to cheat Kamsa. And all the other gopis are Krishna's lovers eternally. See, lovers eternally. See, always loving Krishna. That's why, see, Krishna appears to us in the form of conclusive truth. These are these scriptures. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita. That's our Krishna. See, and we remain lovers. We're part of the residents here, lovers of Krishna eternally. Why? Because we love these books that come through the mouths and the pens of the devotees. Stokes the love. It keeps it awakened. This is why it's an active thing. This goes on forever. Even in the spiritual world, the devotees are always speaking and hearing the glorification of the absolute truth as it is, and it keeps the fire stoked. The love stokes is eternal. But as soon as one develops faith and gets caught in the modes of nature, you listen to those who are contaminated, those who are materially motivated like this, and all of a sudden that love shuts off. See, that's why Vaidhi Bhakti, when I was in ISKCON and actually all the groups, I couldn't have any real awakening of Bhakti because they were inconclusive. They're speaking about lesser things. It became a obstacle. Ultimately, I had to see, oh, this is an obstacle. I'm not hearing the conclusions my heart was yearning for. I was better off alone with Prabhupada's books because I just hear directly, and it was enough for me to awaken. See, the Rhythmics, they're not, unless they were a Rhythmic like me, where I get Prabhupada's books and it awakens this bhakti. But they cannot understand it because they're looking at it. You need that awakening to understand Prabhupada's words, even his purports. You can understand something when he's saying, yes, follow Varnashram Dharma. That you can do. Follow rules and regulations and the morning program. That you can do. But you can't understand these deeper things unless bhakti awakens in your heart. That's why you come to the bona fide Shiksha Guru. And they help purify your consciousness by the conclusive truth they speak to the point of the awakening of this love. Now you can read, like you guys, you read the scripture, you love them, right? It stokes your love. This is the eternal thing. This goes on forever. This is more the real path than anything I've seen in the Ryan Raj group, in ISKCON, or the Radhakund Bhakti. This is so practical and it works. This is really the Lord's mercy upon the world, what we're doing here. This pleases Prabhupada so much and Lord Caitanya to see devotees coming and having their actual love awakened for Krishna. And that's proof that you found a real guru because your actual spiritual prema bhakti devotion with its symptoms is being awakened here. And it wasn't awakened with Narayan Raj preaching all about his pastimes and all the gopis and all of that. See, it wasn't authorized. This is authorized. I don't care what anybody says. You can say, "Oh, how offensive!" And no, it's just true, man. Bottom line is, you're speaking Raganuga Bhakti principles, and and it's meant to awaken devotion in the hearts of people. When you reveal that, how come it wasn't revealed? Because it wasn't authorized. People can jump up and down. These Narayan Raj devotees can jump up and down. The Radhakund, oh, this is offensive. This is wrong. No, no, it's right in the eyes of God because I just told you this is the most logical explanation, the most clear explanation. You know, if I'm speaking about the intimate pastimes of the Lord, which I do, then people should be purified and enlivened to the point of the awakening of pure prema in their hearts. That's why Prabhupada didn't do a lot of that, because it was left for us to do. You got to prove that you can pull the sword out of the stone, man. That stone, that heart, you can pull it. There's a sword in the heart. I actually had a vision about that in 1970s. You know, when I had my first awakening. You know, when I had that out of the body experience, I saw a vision of an arrow piercing a heart. See, that's like the sword piercing. Our hearts are pierced by the sword of Maya, man. You got to pull that sword out, you know, heal that wound. See, only this love can do that. Eh? So that's the bottom line. It's time for frank talks, honest talk. Not this, oh, Prabhu, it's really offensive to say anything or even discuss gurus or, hey, man, why shouldn't we? What's there to hide about gurus? Either they're the real thing or not. If what does Narayan Raj or Prabhupada or any gurus have to hide, or Jaipataka or any, if you're a real guru, you'll withstand the truth and the logic of the Lord. It'll be accepted by real Vaishnavas that are purified. What is the problem? I'm also on the chopping block here. You can look and say, "Wait, man, does he come up to the standard? You know, does he? Is it? Yes, it is correct. Devotion to Krishna awakens in his association and his preaching of his word. Is my word that I'm preaching? Does it awaken God, that love of God in the heart? Yeah, so that's the bottom line. I'm also on a chopping block. You could also get rid of me if you don't feel yourself progressing in Krishna consciousness. That's why Prabhupada said, even these devotees, the Madhyamadikaris, if you happen to be one, if you can find one, they can't help you that well. You need the Uttamadikari, the specially empowered devotee. And how they help you is they awaken your devotion to Krishna. Actually, a Madhyamadikari can help you too in that way too, but not the kinds that he was talking about. They're the ones who have a Brahman thread, and you worship the deity and you study the Vedas, but you haven't been spiritually reborn yet. That's just a banana in a fire. That's external bhakti. That's being, educated to become a Brahmin. This is the next stage, the ultimate stage. So do people really know how their association can either save or pollute them? No, that's the problem. They don't know. That's why, if you're lucky, you meet a bona fide spiritual master and you are, listen to them. You see their value. That's why you got to hear for a while and check them out. Many of you were listening for like 6 or 8 months before you trusted and the Lord trusted you, and then you had an awakening. We got to learn trust. We all have trust issues. Well, look at people. They trusted the world and the governments, and they just filled them up with shots. Oh, well, I thought they wanted to do us good. We've been cheated. We've been hoodwinked. We've been lied to. We've been scammed. And then you go and you run to the right. You're I've been scammed by the left. And you run to the other wing of the bird. You run, and ultimately you'll realize you've been scammed by Trump too. He's scamming you too. They're all getting there. You know, you're under the curse, man, with Trump or without him, with Biden. They're two wings of the same bird. Illusion. Trump is an illusion, and so is Biden. That's called, mundane politics and society. And then you go, I'll go to religion. I'll go to ISKCON. I'll go to Gaudiya Math and Samiti. I won't be cheated there. And you get cheated there too, more or less. But you might be being led a little bit closer because a lot of you people have arrived here. See, but they can't help you perfectly. Perfect help is awakened devotion in your heart. That's perfect help, man. It doesn't matter what I wear, how uneloquent I speak, what I eat or what I don't eat. Can I help you get the helper and finish this job? See, Jesus called it the helper. The Holy Spirit is a helper. Didn't that help you a lot? Helps you be happy, helps you be purified, gives counseling, shows you what's what in this world, gives you freedom in the love. In God we trust, yeah. So anyway, yeah, you got to find the real person who knows, the real guru who knows the Lord really intimately. In our line, you're very fortunate. It's good if you go to Christ and you get some kind of a born again thing, but you still got some. You need shiksha. I mean, compared to this, are you kidding, man? They don't have knowledge like this. Many people fall away over there. They fall away because of lack of understanding the process, lack of how to keep the love of God going. Even Jesus predicted it. He said, at this time, the love of many will grow cold. What does that mean? You think it's just ordinary love? Love for my wife will grow cold? No, that won't grow cold. Oh, unless she turns out to be a bitch. You got some of those, right? Yeah, she laughs because she knows there's a bitchy part. And most women I know, they reveal that truth. They say, actually, women are bitches. They bitch at you. Hey, listen, men ain't no. They're no, they're no cream puffs either. They're both They both cause each other misery. A little happiness and misery, and the misery sometimes gets to be prominent. Hey, man, that's the lesson. I thought I would find my prince knight in shining armor and everything. I would live happily ever after. Oh, you believe that story? That's Maya's in there. That's the story of Maya. That's the shadow. Now you will live happily ever after. Now that you've got this connection, man, you've arrived at the right train station, man. You know. Yeah, you will. I mean, I'm living happily ever after. It's great, man. Yeah, that's Maya, man. So yoga Maya is the opposite. See, on one level, everything is Krishna, right? Everything is God. So yoga Maya, even there's yoga Maya in force also to make us feel that we're devotees. That's our nature. Our nature is eternally devotional, eternally devoted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in a spiritual aspect. Otherwise, if we're marginal, see, these are these truths. We're marginal. We sit on the like on a knife blade. See, and we're like teetering, So we can either believe in the Lord's Maya, which is his illusory energy, and we become our knowledge, true knowledge becomes covered. We become more dumb and dumber. See? Our happiness becomes dumbed down to the point of happiness and distress, of material happiness and distress. See, so, or you meet the devotees and they help you lean over to the side of the spiritual potency. See, they know how to activate it. See, they're taught by the Lord. Even today, I'm taught by the Lord. I learned a lot of things today already. Yeah, it's amazing. Every day, I come to school. This is my school. This is school. Oh, you think I was a teacher? Oh, I come here to be taught also. I love it. And this is the best. The spiritual potency is my teacher. The name of God is my teacher. Yeah, I'm here to teach. Lean over here, man. Lean on me. See, lean on that me, the big me, Krishna, God. We'll teach you how to lean on the Lord. And he's a great guy to lean on. You won't fall down. See, what did even the Bible teach? Lean not on your own understanding over there. See, your own understanding. You study in the Vedas, you still didn't get it yet. See, lean on the understanding of the devotee who worships the Lord in ecstatic devotion. Oh, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. I didn't even say it once, so now it came. Had to say at least once. See, lean on the understanding of a devotee who worships the Lord with loving ecstasy, which is prema bhakti. See, why? Because they have the right understanding. They have the real understanding. They have real knowledge. See, because I'm leaning on the understanding of the Lord. See, the Lord, that's what you get. You'll also do that. It's not just, I'm like the Hunger Games society. You all stay hungry while I'm eating. See, that's religion, man. You all remain hungry out there, you guys, because your gurus are eating material stuff. You think they got their Swiss bank accounts, they got their nice mansions. Oh, go look at Acharya Dave. I bet he's got a nice mansion too, doesn't he, in Santa Barbara? Nobody talks much about that. Planning, yeah, right. See, so you lean on to his understanding, right? Oh, lean on to you. See, his understanding is not Bhagavad Gita 10:10, worshiping the Lord with prema bhakti and having real knowledge and real understanding. So because the understanding that you're getting here is not it's my understanding. Now, yeah, of course, because my possession is my Lord. He's my possession. His knowledge is mine. He's given it to me. And so you're getting it. It's in a sense it's mine, but in a real sense it's the Lord. It's His. What is Bhagavad Gita said? I'm the intelligence of the intelligent. And if your intelligence is because you're Bhagavad Gita 10:10, and people can look at you and say, I'm confident this person is Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Are you confident Acharya Deva is Bhagavad Gita 10:10? He worships the Lord with loving, ecstatic love, and that's prema with the symptoms of tears, ecstasy, holy laughter, like Prabhupada did? Are you sure of that? Are you sure Narayan Raj was like that? Are you sure Jai Pataka is like that? Are you sure Gohari is like that? That you should ask yourself that question. Is Gohari preaching that verse as it is? Is he a manifestation as it is? Is he a devotee Bhagavat like that is the book Bhagavat and he is that verse? Even with a t-shirt? It says the beehive state. Come and get stung by this bee, man. You'll never be the same again. Great verses, huh? This is like a Bhagavad Gita class. Rupa Goswamis. Nandi joyfully, and now that Radha has returned to Gokul, you are free of all worries. See, when devotion returns, you're free of all worries. You notice that? That's why we return here every day. Where this is a rendezvous. This is the same as the residents of Vrindavan. Every day they rendezvous, morning and evening. Sometimes noon, the gopis would rendezvous in secret with where the cowherd boys were. There's always a rendezvous. You're coming back. You know, in the evening, they're looking for Krishna coming back from the forest in great ecstasy. See? And then in the morning, they rendezvous. The gopis a little bit earlier than everybody else because they got the greed. They get up early. I notice people do that here. It's interesting. They like, oh, Gohar is giving class. Ooh, it's pretty early in the morning, but I'm going to be there. It's only ones that don't have so strong. They say, oh, we'll watch the replay, if they even do that. Some of the newer devotees, they say, I don't know, you're just talking. You see, you repeat yourself. Oh, Bhagavad Gita 10:10 again. Oh my God. I know that verse. Oh yeah, you really do. Yeah. And I don't even want bhakti. I don't need that. I'm fine. I'm fine without that. I got bhakti. Oh, you do? You don't have this bhakti. This is the best, man. I ain't ashamed to say this is the greatest bhakti in the world. Hey, if I say any of these gurus don't have this bhakti, they're missing out, and you're missing out too, following them when you can have this. You come here 30 days. We'll set you straight. You'll get the right priorities. You'll see what's what, even amongst religion. You'll abandon it. Oh, then you'll get the power to abandon religion. All varieties of religion. You'll get the power. Otherwise, you won't get the power. You got to get it through a real guru who is, you could say, visibly has abandoned all variety. You see me really like, you see me praising all the rules, regulations, varnashram, dharma. Abandon it. It's not necessary now. Matter of fact, it's an obstacle for me. Well, that gets in the way. What, like a regulative thing? What's time for the morning program? I have my morning program, man. No, you got to go over there and do this other thing. I'm doing my program, man. I'm in it. I'm involved. I almost got kicked out of the temple because I said, no, I'm involved in the morning program. I got it, man. No, you got to go and do the Mangal Arti that way. It's standard. It's stereotype. We do this every day, no matter what. I'm communing with the Lord. I love that. I feel happy. I feel this bhakti awaken in my heart. I've arrived. This is there's nothing more for that needs to be done. No, you can't see. It's an obstacle for a devotee. Abandon it. Hey, man, no, get away. You go do your morning program. I'm already in my morning program. Plus, I got up earlier than these guys. These guys had to have a temple commander come around, and then shake them. Oh, I don't want to get up to the program. I was up 3 o'clock in the morning reading Prabhupada's books, man, in ecstasy. Didn't need an alarm clock. Just like now, I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm a little bit of a bad boy. I do a little crypto stuff in the morning. I don't know. I probably shouldn't. The stuff happens when everybody's asleep. It's like all the good deals are there. Isn't that the way it is? Even in the world, the early bird catches the worm. I have it both ways. I can do both. I get up early. The Lord says, okay, we'll just get you up even a little earlier. Instead of 3 o'clock, you get up at 2 o'clock, and then you can do your little thing, and then ready for the gopi hour. And listen to all the devotees, do that stuff. The Lord gives you everything, man. Seek the kingdom of God, you get everything, man. It's wonderful. I couldn't imagine a very happy class replying to this. Not the shaken ones. Huh? Looks like Dustin's on Twitch. You might want to try Twitch sometime. It's actually you get a clearer picture, I think. Hare Krishna. Uh, oh yeah, Rupa Goswami. Okay. Purnamasi, child, what you say is true. My worry about Krishna is now less. Although now I am beginning to worry about Abhimanyu. Why is that? See, we're like these little Krishnas. See, the devotees will like I. It's like here when I see people get devotion and they conclusive, I don't have to worry. Oh, yeah, they're being taken care of. My father is really he's in charge now. My their beloved is in charge. They're getting it. They have the love of God. They're learning how to engage in pure devotional service, and they're able to teach others. See, they're nothing to worry about. I worry about those who aren't so. They're the Maya is even here when they're in the Maya. They just like that's, and then I worry a bit about them. Yeah. See, you got to come to the point where you really get that this is it, man. That we're leaning on the understanding of the Lord, and it's wonderful. See, and when you can relish that and relish the words coming from a real associate of Lord Caitanya, uh, that's it. And then the Lord gives you full protection forever. Gives you direct worship of the Lord. And then you get it. That direct reciprocation is His greatest happiness. Yes, greatest happiness. Actually, I think we're going to stop here for a while. 2.5 hours. That's pretty good. Yeah. Actually, I was kind of struggling for a while. I don't know what it was. Anyway, so we'll take a break now and come back later. Thank you so much. So, give us a word there, Govinda. Give us a word. Unmute your thing. Unmute.
Yeah, I just shut the door. There's a big wind. You should be able to hear me now. Yeah, that's amazing. I'm loving so many things in that. Rupa Goswami's poetry is amazing. Just all these poetry paintings. They come into my heart, and can't actually paint all of them. When I realised that it's okay because it's endless. You really realise this is an endless joy. Not like in the world where going to work is a thankless, endless task. You go to work and it's always the same. There's always arguments. There's always fights. It's always mundane. This is just endless, but it's beautiful. And that something about the camel and the mango tree. That's a great painting. A camel's so stupid it won't take the mangoes, although it's at the right height. It's so beautiful. Like the little Krishna analogy you make, that makes me so happy. It just gives me happiness to hear that. I'm looking at River and thinking, yeah, she's a little Krishna. She's a little Krishna. Whatever else she might have, whatever we all have, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that little Krishna, and that's delightful. That's truly beautiful. I was also feeling tired.
We got it. What we got to be is a little Krishna and Radha together. See, we have to have both of that going on in us. It's not like we're imitating Radha and Krishna. We're just part of the family, and that's just how it works. That's how Radha and Krishna have happiness in the relationship. We have to have that relationship manifested inside us, and act in that relationship, and then we have their happiness, okay, of them being together, and we feel that being together inside us. These stories are meant to teach us how to get the greatest communion, the greatest perfection in life. The ultimate evolution for a human being is not what they're teaching, the Bill Gates thing and what they're teaching there. This is the ultimate union is not for us to unite with a machine. See, this is they want to make this our. You see, it's very similar. I was watching this. People they want the powers to complete them, but all that will happen is corruption. They've actually done this before, where they've made people like they've did stuff with their DNA, and they've made them in union with other animals to make them stronger and stuff like that. But it never worked out right. It ended up destroying the civilizations, and they're doing another thing like that now because they're misdirected. We're the right direction for everybody. Even if Bill Gates came here, and he's an intelligent guy, but they're all a lot of they have this crafty intelligence, snaky intelligence. It's corrupted intelligence. If they would apply it here, they'd see, oh, this is the perfection you're looking for. See, because then we're just looking for this perfect love, this perfect communion to come back to the way we were originally. See, just like the original personality of Godhead, well, we're original persons also, original souls in a particular relationship with the Lord. And we're looking all through this Maya for that and being misled this way, misled that way, doing this path, that path, get corrupting, becoming demons, becoming demigods. And it's all leading to what this little group is teaching here by example. And it really works. It's probably the best place. I don't think there's any other place to this teaching like this to this degree. To where people can become complete their evolution. There is no greater. Human evolution is to meet the divine forever, and then you transcend this level. The meeting of the sacred masculine. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. What else there, Govinda?
Yeah, just to say, I was also feeling like a bit tired at the start of the class, but it's like I've had a siesta, but I was awake. It's just like a bath. It gets so enlivened, and there's so much in this, man. I'm gonna have to go over this poem again, and I can't get enough. I read that Bhaktivinoda published 100 books, and I can only find about 20 online. I'm not satisfied. I just can't get enough. But it's great. It's great. It's all great.
Hey, that's what bhakti is about. Is it's never getting enough. Just like you're like Bill Gates, only spiritually. He never gets enough power. Thank you, Bill, for your. I don't mean to put you down. It's just we just use you for it's your service to us. All of these guys, they never enough power, never enough money, right? Why would you need more than $1 billion and they have so many billions? Because never enough. And they get real fruitive. You see, they're addicted to fruitive activities. They got to always go, 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 do. Yeah. See, so this is perfect, man. I'm so happy you're like that. Oh, never enough. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, never enough. Rupa Goswami, I want more. I want more. See, that's called spiritual greed. See, when you have that, there's nothing but you become more intelligent, you become more logical, you become more ecstatically loving, more purified, you purify others. Oh man, this just win the lottery 10 times over. Go ahead there. Whatever, go ahead.
I think that's it, really. I'm just gonna relish. I relish the days. I relish the days. Today I was like, because I even like, I don't want to do so much time in mundane things like cooking, and sometimes like I made a mistake in cooking, and the milk curdled, so I had to go through a great process of straining it, and I'm thinking, I'm wasting my time, man. I could just eat a biscuit and just be done with it. Anyway, I haven't really got much more to say than that. Great class.
Yeah.
Yeah, just great.
No, you should no, don't no. You got to cook nicely.
I,
Important.
yeah, yeah.
No, don't just eat some white biscuit. No. You cook. Don't be lazy. Okay, River, give us a word. Mute your mic there, Govinda.
Everything you say, Marge, has manifested in my life. Walking on this path with you, and staying on it, no matter what's happened. And people have seen what's happened with me and what's been going off. And staying here, you go through it, you move through it every single time. So many things. It's changed my life. Being kind of, it's like being elevated from all the mundaneness, the illusion. The illusion you have given us, to be able to distinguish now the illusion from truth all the time. You don't want to go there. People playing with the illusion. I'm not really going to go there. Really, it's really clear now because of going through the clearing. The purification. You know, it's part of our service. Devotion purification is part of our devotional service. Devotional service gives us purification. It's part of getting closer to the Lord, and it's worked for me. It's working for me. It's worked for the devotees. You can see it from their words. I read Rajiv's testimony a week ago. Um,
Yeah, it was great.
Beautiful. It was
Yeah,
beautiful, and it was great because he's understanding what you're saying. He's experiencing what you've been saying, and he's writing it from his heart. You can see that he's writing it from his heart. So yes, everything that you say, patience is been the greatest thing, and to have the link, to have your inspiration and encouragement, and to see you as an example and making examples as well, that is an inspiration in itself. That is what's been keeping me going, having all of this with me, training us and teaching us and showing us, looking over things. It's a place of rest, Maharaj. You've built this place of rest to be able to grow into maturity, to real maturity. I know it may not look like I'm a bit immature. Sometimes I am, but what you have given me, um, I'm still in kind of externally in the same kind of place, but internally, this new world that has begun and that is just running in spirit, in a relationship with Krishna, and to always have a family and the head, and to always have that connection, that support,
yeah,
that gathering, this gathering, like on the phone the other day, there was 11
yeah.
of us, 11 of us on the phone. That was brilliant. It was just really, really brilliant. Social gathering,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was,
yeah. We'll do more of that too. Yeah.
yeah, it's really great. I cannot begin to say how much you've changed my life, and how you've
There's
elevated
a
me.
lot of people. Yeah, I notice, like say Rajiv, Francis. A lot of them may not be so vocal all the time. Whoever is listening, and somehow or other, they're the ones who listen to the good news. Easy, they really listen. They really listen, and you may not think something is going on, but something's going on. There's a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of devotees like that, and these words, they cause a pregnancy, spiritual pregnancy, and then it just starts to grow, and I see that happening. A lot of devotees are like that here. They're kind of quiet, and they just listen, and they listen, but they listen good, and that's all you have to do. Come here, listen, and their bhakti grows, and they become very happy, and who knows what comes of it, something fantastic, something wonderful. Yeah.
That's
Go
what's
ahead,
been
River.
happening.
Go ahead. Yeah.
We've been listening, learning to listen more and more attentively, gradually, and
Yeah.
listening, and Bhakti's growing. Bhakti's been growing. Life is changing. Things happen. Trust, yes, trust and faith and patience. Allowing whatever's going to happen, and seeing the fruits of letting it just happen. I'll give you an example if you don't know what I mean. I was trying to figure out this stuff, what's with me and Lalita and stuff. I was trying to figure it out. And Krishna says to me, don't worry, it's going to sort itself out. Don't you worry, it will just sort itself. I'm in charge of all of this. It will sort itself out. And because we try and figure it out in the head, oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to do,
Yeah. Yeah.
and but Krishna always does it a much better job than I do every time. And the fact we have support, we have the family, we have a place to go, we have encouragement, inspiration constantly. So you can't fall off, really. Not really, with the amount of inspiration here to keep us on this path and leaning on the Lord. You've done it. You've built it for us. Thank you very much. I don't have anything else to say except thank you to devotees. Please forgive my offenses. They happen. And
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm stuck like glue, as
Yeah.
Amy says.
Tell Karuna that I'm sorry. I made a mistake about that. I thought it was something else. So anyway, I'm sorry about that. But tell him not to present me as so kinky. That's like these kinky things.
Maharaj, what can I say? He's been doing it for 2 years
No, I
now.
know, I know, I
Those
know.
things
I'm
are
just
years.
that's the only thing. Just if he stops presenting me as kinky, that's great. It'll be great. It seems kind of kinky. I mean, he's doing good. I mean, he was telling me, he's promoting, and it's wonderful. It's really great, doing a lot of stuff. But try,
Lots.
make a spiritual master look a little bit like,
I'll
a
put it
nice,
to him,
interesting.
Maharaj.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
Well,
put it
he's
to
probably. I'm sure he's listening. Isn't he?
I don't know. Is
Yeah.
he not with you? Is he not here today?
He's not here. Well, no, he's not. Actually, no, no. He was earlier, and then it disappeared. I don't know what happened. But he might. He'll probably. He may listen. Anyway, I'll tell him. I already told him. I already told him.
Yeah, you do. But with
Yeah.
Maharaj Karuna, he's like really kind of loose like that. He just goes,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
mistake with me so much.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Just let it go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Vice
Yeah.
versa. Just let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was great.
Let
It
it
was nice to hear him. He kind of stood up for himself, which was good. Instead of just, and that's good. I like to see people stand up for, themselves sometimes. Okay.
go.
Hare Krishna, everybody. We'll see you
Thank you.
later.
Thank you. Thank you.